Hello, good afternoon. I think I am live. Am I live? I've got no clue. If you guys can let me know whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, if I am actually live, that would be really cool. I don't know what just happened there, but hey, it was an experience. Grand Risings, good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and my goodness gracious me. If you weren't in Birmingham this weekend, you do not know what you have missed out on, my friends. You missed out on the treat of a lifetime. How are we? I hope you are doing well. Thank you for confirming I'm on YouTube. Thank you so much for confirming that I am here, which is amazing. Thank you. If you are jumping on, please do remember to hit the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube. Please remember to hit the love heart if you are on Facebook. And yeah, let's have a beautiful conscious conversation online this afternoon. It is 5 p.m. UK time, and I've got a heater near me, and all of a sudden now I'm talking, I'm like, wow, I am boiling. Like, whew, I'd be sat here taking my top off in a minute, and I don't mean literally all of them, by the way. So how are we, guys? Are we good? Have we had the most amazing weekend? What have you been up to? How are you feeling? Are you coping with these cray-cray energies that are going on? We have had, or we're still in Mercury retrograde. We're also in Venus retrograde. Just talking of these energies, I am going to be filming the new moon energy update tomorrow. So that will be available for each and every one of you to watch over the coming days. It's my intention to film it tomorrow, get it out maybe on Wednesday, so that you can watch it then. I know we are pushing ever closer. I can't believe how fast the time is going now. Can you guys? Like, I'm literally shocked, absolutely shocked how quickly the time is going. But the beautiful thing about it is, and the reason I look this way is because there's a window there. It's so stunning. This weather has gone to a whole new level. I'm actually in the UK, as you guys know. I think I've told you guys that in recent videos, and it is absolutely amazing. Hey, Nick, thank you for letting us know that we are live on Facebook as well, or Faceache, as I like to call it. So how the heck are we at the end of March? How the heck are we at the end of March, ladies and gents? Like, how did that happen? Hey, Aonisi, I love you. I hope you're doing well. Mwah, blowing kisses to you, my girl. Yeah, how did it happen? How on earth are we in a position whereby we are at the end of March? I remember when I booked with my team the Mastering Your Mind event, which was, I think we started talking about it back in October of last year. How on earth have we got to the point that we are at the end of March, that I absolutely did the event on Saturday, just gone? And thank you, Claire. I'm glad that you thought the event was amazing. And that was a non-woo-woo event. The amount of people that have messaged me and gone, oh my goodness gracious me, the shifts that I've received, the changes that have happened in my life, I literally cannot believe it. So just to let you guys know, I'm actually in discussions for a couple of events to put them on over the coming 6 months. So for people who came to Mastering Your Mind at the weekend, obviously, to say thank you for your loyalty and your continued show up and things like that, we're going to give you a special early bird price to come to the next event. And then we're also going to be doing another event as well. So please do keep your eye on your inboxes for those. I want to share from my perspective as to what happened over the weekend, because, you know, a lot of people share where they are, and a lot of people kind of, you know, I love the feedback that I receive, by the way. So please don't ever stop sending the feedback. It has been absolutely unbelievable. I am absolutely shocked to my core at some of the people who turned up, what had gone on with them, even just in the morning before that they got there. So, you know, the fact that people continued to show up and they didn't allow their ego to stop them, and they received this massive amount of a shift. You know, one gorgeous lady sent me an email and she's like, you know, something that I never realized was bothering me, I got to the root cause of it, and actually I realized it's created my whole story, my whole life, my whole traumas. But the most important thing is her partner is now a believer, because he sat there and he witnessed for himself the way that the energy works and the way that things like that can take place. So I don't mean to be funny with you guys, but I love when we get some people that come along and they're like, I don't believe in this shit. And then they sit there and they witness it and they're like, okay, there's no denying. You know, this, my friends, to me, call it my ego, call it whatever you would like to call it. But for me personally, this is what we came here for. I'm not here to convince people what is or what's not. I'm here to speak my truth. I am here to stand in my authentic voice. I am here to share my version of events. And it's not to say that anything else is not a possibility, because as I say at every single seminar, and as I say on every single live, like anything is a possibility. And this is the gold that we have to recognize. This is the gold of shifting us from such a low vibration where we have to compete and we have to compare into this much higher version, this much higher frequency, which is all about authenticity, all about love, all about stepping in to being who you know you need to be. And this, my friends, is how we change the world. I have noticed in my own life the distinction between what these two worlds that I've been talking about for a long time. I, in my personal life, has really noticed it. I shared this on Saturday when I was on stage. Hello, mwah. One of my gorgeous girlfriends has just jumped on, Wendy Smith, again, beautiful speaker from the weekend. She is a badass. She is so inspirational. I love that woman just as much as I love life. And I know no matter what happens, she would have my back. She's the one with the baseball bat, you know, just tipping it on her ankle, just tapping it away. So, you know, I shared this on Saturday when I was on stage, and, you know, my personal life, my mum and my stepdad sat me down on Thursday of last week and said, we're ready to detox now. For me, that was massive. You know, 5 years ago, about now, I made a very bold statement of, look, this is what's going to come. This is how it's going to pan out. Everybody thought I was batshit crazy, but a lot of people followed me because I was being batshit crazy. You know, she can't possibly be right, but I was right. Every single thing that I predicted that that time came true. And unfortunately, as I'm sure with so many of you guys, because a lot of you have followed me since the days of the protests and things like that, you know, I'm sure you guys have experienced in your life the way that, you know, people making different medical choices to you, and how people went against you and how people fought against you. And, you know, I had that in my own life. Like, my dad was completely Team Lucy, completely like, I'm going to trust my daughter and I'm going to go along with it. Thank goodness. My mum was like, you know, she's so kind and so caring and so lovely. All she wanted to do was really look at, you know, hurting other people. So, you know, there's no judgment there from my side. But now, you know, the fact that her and my stepdad sat down and were like, we're ready to detox. Like, for me, this is the split of the two worlds. There is one world that is still with the bit between their teeth, and they want the labels and they want all of that stuff. Like, that is the lower vibrational world. If you are, you know, having that around you right now, please know that that is the low vibration world. The higher vibration world is, you know, we have a solution to any problem. And the interesting dynamic that is taking place at the moment, my babes, is we are at a point whereby we are having to stand in our truth. And it might be your best friend, it might be your mum, it might be your partner that is still so hooked into that lower vibrational matrix, and they genuinely believe that they are right, and they genuinely cannot see the wood through the trees. And it's now when we're having to say, you know what, I'm going to let you walk down that path, and I'm going to stay on this path. And whether the bridge gets built between the two worlds or not, who knows? But people are literally making choices in this now moment. Let me know in the chats if this resonates with you. Let me know if you are witnessing this in your own worlds right now. I'm really intrigued to see this, because for me personally, it's literally like my whole world has swum in to one lane. Like, literally my whole world has gone, and we're going in the direction of New Earth. There is only one part of my current world right now that has gone, no, this is the path that I'm walking on. And that is just intriguing for me. It's absolutely intriguing. And I'm just loving people where they are at. But it doesn't mean that I have to stay in those situations. And I'm sharing this with you guys because you need to make decisions on what is right or what is wrong for your life. Now, a lot of people don't like making decisions because if they make the wrong decision, but not making a decision is making a decision. Just sit with that for a moment. If you do not make a decision, you are actually making a decision. Now, I truly believe that anything can be sorted out, anything can be spoken about, as long as there is compromise and as long as there is both sides of the coin that is being looked at. Unfortunately, right now, we are in a period of time where everybody is right, aren't we? Everybody is right. So that's fascinating. So Sylvia's part, I feel like I'm living a different path to the majority of people I meet. And no, thank goodness my daughter gets it. Yes, your daughter does get it. It was beautiful to meet her at the weekend. And Sylvia, what you need to remember is you're now walking a path, with the people who are in the same room with you on Saturday that are in alignment with you completely. This is the thing. We have to be putting ourselves in situations and putting ourselves in places whereby we can find our people. Our people exist. They do exist. I absolutely promise you. It is just a case of going, I have to keep in my truth. And you know what, guys, when we step off of, our values, or when, one of our standards is, we forget about it because for whatever reason, we kind of want to be friends with this person, or we want to date this person or whatever. What happens is it ends up coming back and stinging us. So we actually really need to stand in our truth, and we actually really need to acknowledge the value that we are bringing and the reason we have those standards. This is such an important piece. So Sylvia, just change that. She's always been a square peg in a round hole. Change that. You're not. You've just been trying to hang around the wrong people. It's as simple as that. Like, if you continue to believe that mindset, then you're never going to have the people around you. Like, I am very different to everybody else, but I have the most amazing friends around me. I have the most amazing family around me. Because I've learned who I am at my core. And so what happens is, because I've learned at my core, even though I piss people off all the time, the ones that can't manipulate me, the ones that prey on my boundaries, those people, I piss them off constantly. I trigger them constantly. I hold a mirror up to them constantly. I question their beliefs. I share my truth constantly. And what this basically does is it triggers people, and then they think that you're being awkward, And it's about staying in your authenticity. It's about knowing who you are so much that you go, it doesn't matter if I'm upsetting these people. We can't be liked by everybody. I know damn well there are people out there that are slagging me off, saying I'm the biggest bitch on the planet. I know that. Likewise, there are people out there that are saying, this woman, you will never experience love like this woman can give you. And I'll be honest with you guys, whatever people are saying is true, because I meet people where they are at. And what you've got to remember is the version that you show up for somebody is the version that they have to experience until they recognize within themselves that that is who they are. It's so easy. All this finger pointing. If you guys realized recently, this finger pointing energy, it's your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault. Like, there's so much finger pointing. There is so much blame culture. There is so much victimhood taking place at the moment. And rather than just being like, you know what, it's okay if you don't like me. It's okay if you don't speak my truth. I've had someone very recently that every time when I've shared how I've been feeling, they've gone, why are you bringing it back to you? And I'm like, hang on a minute. You're basically saying I'm not allowed to share how I feel. But when you talk about how you feel, I have to be empathic, and I have to be loving, and I have to be kind, and I have to have your back. That's not a friendship that I choose for my life. No way. Thank you very much. All of my girlfriends will say, and I can see a couple of my besties are on here now, all of my girlfriends will tell you we have a reciprocal friendship. Some days my friends are on their knees and I pick them up. Some days I'm on my knees and they pick me up. And this is the whole point of balance. This is the whole point of relationships. And I'm going to be doing an event in September all about relationships. So very much about the relationship with self, very much about intimate relationships, very much about relationship with your parent and your child. So keep your eyes open for that. I'm just looking down the date, but it's coming in September. That is going to be an in-person event where we are going to go so deep on relationships. So do keep your eye open for that. And really, you know, the key to being able to have the most powerful relationships is knowing who you are, knowing your standards, knowing your values, knowing your boundaries. So this is going to be a game changer of an event, and I'm so super excited to bring that. Everybody seems to be really excited when I talk about relationships, and I'm excited about it because in just a few days' time, my Self-Love Club program is going into relationship month. So the month of April is relationship month, and everybody gets very excited in this month because, you know, it is a game changer when you realize how every relationship that you have is a reflection of who you are. That is when the penny drops. That is when the evolution that you are on is changing. So Sylvia, please do come to that one. You will absolutely love it. Bring your daughter as well. Like, this is a game changer. You know, I mean, you're going to experience it because you're in Self-Love Club next month. In fact, let me talk about Self-Love Club. So for those of you guys that don't know what Self-Love Club is, it is my flagship program. I basically channeled it back in 2018. In 2018, a short time after I channeled it, I basically ran an event in October in London, which is why its 7th birthday is approaching in October. And that is what changed the world. What happened then is those events turned into a program, it was a 12-month program. It's just been reduced to a 9-month program. And the 9 months has gone so well this year. We're actually just stepping into month number 7, going into April. No, we're not. Month number 8 in April, month number 9 in May. My God, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I can't believe that program is like in the last couple of months now. So it's a game changer. If you want to rewire your whole life, if you want to reprogram everything that you have ever known, that is the program for you. It is supported by amazing coaches that are personally trained by myself. You obviously get group coaching sessions with me. I also coach people through that program as well. And it is absolutely unbelievable the results that we can get. So if you would like to join the waiting list, we only open it once a year in September. And basically what happens is you come along to a launch call, you listen to all of the information, you find out the prices, you find out the options, because there's always lots of options with my programs, to pay up front, to pay, you know, pay monthly, work with this coach, there's all sorts of different options and payments and things like that. And basically what happens is, off the back of that launch call, we go into the program. So if you sign up, you can obviously step straight into the content from there. So the beautiful Lizzie, my gorgeous assistant, has just posted the link in the chat on YouTube. So if any of you are looking for that, please do go there. Likewise, on the description field of this video on both YouTube and Facebook, you will be able to find the link. All you need to do is click the link. There is absolutely no money to be exchanged. You just give us your name and your email. You will get all of the emails that basically send all of the information leading up to the program and up to the launch call, and then all of the information will follow off the back of that. If you can't make the launch call, you will still get all the information, so you can easily sign up, guys. So it is so simple. And if you're thinking about signing up, get signed up to the launch call. Genuinely, if you are thinking about signing up, it's because you are ready to change your whole life. This is not a program for the faint-hearted. Like, this is a program where you look very, very deeply at who you are, what you are about, and like really genuinely change your whole life off the back of it. And I've got to be honest with you, this year has been so massive. I've had to take on a whole heap of coaches to be able to accommodate the amount of people that have been coming in. So please do sign up. Come and keep the coaches busy, because that's what's happened. You know, just trust yourself. Alison has just put on YouTube, Ashley, do it, you won't regret it. Alison has got the most amazing, powerful testimonial from her journey on Self-Love Club. I'm not going to share it here because it's not my place to, but she has an amazing journey of what happened with her and her family. Like, it's just an absolute revelation. So it's just beautiful. It's my favorite thing that I do. I love conscious conversations, which is another one of my communities. It's cheap, everyone can do it, you know, but at the end of the day, Self-Love Club, if you want to change your whole life, Self-Love Club is the way that you can go and literally walk it and literally breathe it and literally love it. I'm not going to say to you that you know, like, you're not going to slip back into old ways, or you're not going to still have those old patterns, because of course this is about flexing that muscle. However, the program will completely change your life to the point that you're like, oh, I'm doing that thing again, oh, I'm doing that thing again, to the point that you then go, I'm tired of doing that thing again, I'm not going to do that anymore. So no, you're absolutely right, Nicola, no one can ever be the same after the program. Absolutely not. There's just no way it's possible. Just no way. So, my gorgeous, a bunch of beautiful beings of light, that's kind of a little bit of where I have been over the last few days. Like I said earlier, I'm going to record the new moon update over the next couple of days and then get that out to you guys. So let's talk about this divine timing thing. So I've had a bit of a magical day today. Claire's just put on YouTube, everyone should do Self-Love Club. The shifts I've had in 7 months is phenomenal. Claire Sweeney, for sure, I'm going to get a testimonial from. She thought that the kind of stuff that I spoke about was batshit crazy. She's been on the program. She's making huge indents into her life. She's just traveled to an in-person event on her own, which is something that she never would have done before the program. And she is like literally on a rocket launcher. So her story is massive. She's called herself out on her victimhood. She's like really on top of her disease and her body and everything like that. Like, it's unbelievable what people can achieve in such a short space of time. So yeah, if you guys want to hear some testimonials and you want to hear all about it, then get signed up for the launch call and we will be in touch with you imminently. So my darling girls and boys, when's it going to manifest? When's it going to happen? Why is this not happening for me? Have any of you ever said those words? Have you ever gone, oh my gosh, this is taking such a long time. Why does this happen for everybody else? And why does it not happen for me? Have you ever said anything like that? Right? It's a big thing. We get so caught up in why is this not happening to me that we forget to surrender and trust. I love that, Lizzie. Yes, before I did Self-Love Club. Okay, so ladies and gents, there is a thing called perfect timing. And I just want to take it right back to the beginning for all of you. You were born at the exact time you were meant to be. The exact time. Whether you were early, whether you were extremely premature, whether you were late, or whether you were on time, it was perfect. Now, I was supposed to be born around the 20th of January. As you all know, because I kind of talk about it a little bit, I was born on the 2nd of February. The 2nd of February was perfect timing for me to be born. The 2nd of February was the exact date I had to come in to live, to breathe, and to bring the mission that I bring to the earth. Nothing was going to change that date. The egg was fertilized at exactly the right time for me to be born on the 2nd of February. I hear people say all the time, oh, I was 2 weeks late. Oh, my child was 2 weeks late. No, there is no such thing as that. It's divine timing. It is perfect. Source, God, whatever you believe in, had an idea of a person that is you. Let me know if you resonate with this as I'm talking about this. I'm going to talk about myself for a moment because it's just easier for me to talk about me rather than like kind of pick on one of you guys. Source needed a feisty, communicative woman that was a warrior to incarnate on the 2nd of February, who would, get lost along the way, but who would be so like insecure in herself that she had to try the alcohol and she had to try the sleeping around and she had to try the drugs and she had to try all of those things because of her insecurities. Then at one point, she was going to remember who she incarnated to be. And that's what Source created. There is nothing more powerful than the creation of Source, God, whatever you believe in. There is nothing more powerful than co-creating with source. So my mum and dad don't really want to think about this, by the way. They were co-creating in love, and I was the output of that. Doesn't matter whether they were happy, whether they were unhappy in that moment, they were having this intimacy which manifested in myself coming into reality, because my mum was picked as the perfect embodiment, the perfect vessel for me, Lucy Davis, to arrive through. My mum trusted that she would have a beautiful baby, whether it was a boy or a girl. She just trusted that she would. And I came along. She did not know that she was giving birth to a sassy, outspoken, loving, fiercely loyal, fiercely independent woman. But that's what God needed. That's what Source needed. And I had to be born in the year that I was born so that I was of a maturity by the time the world was ready to shift, so that I could hold space, so that I had enough money, so that I could underpin things that I had to do. Stop and think about this. You are perfect. You were born in divine timing. So if my mum could trust that I was born in divine timing, I have to trust that everything that happens in my life is divine timing. The beautiful relationships, the friendships, the collapse of my health, the rebuild of the Lucy Davis that you guys know today. Everything happened in divinity. We often say, don't we, God, I wish I'd known this younger. You weren't supposed to. I'm sure some of you on here that have been on Self-Love Club were like, God, I wish I had that when I was younger. You weren't supposed to. It happened in perfect timing. When I started Self-Love Club in 2018, let me tell you straight, there were so many people out there that were like, Self-Love Club? What are you talking about? Masturbation? All these weird and wonderful things. Self-Love Club 20 years ago would have been laughed at. So Self-Love Club being 7 this year was born in exactly the right time. Likewise, Soul School has been born in exactly the right time. It's really important that we recognize there is magic in trusting. However, I say this quite often recently. There's a lot of people that go, surrender, trust in divine timing, and just, meaning that you can just kick back and everything's going to work out. I don't agree with that. If you say, I choose to have a beautiful, conscious relationship, but then you stay on your couch and you stay just lolling, what you need to recognize is that is not an authentic vibration for your wish. You've got to put yourself out there. To start dating, you have to put yourself out there one way, shape, or form. You go to new places, you go to new things, you surround yourself with new people, you put yourself, you go on dating apps, that kind of thing these days, so that's what happens. If you want to start dating, you cannot just sit on your laurels and wait for your knight in shining armor to turn up and knock on your door. I mean, it happens, don't get me wrong, but this is what's really important. There has to be a vibration of action with divine timing. Now, like I say, you can co-create with source, and I'm going to share something today with you guys. I actually had to go for a whole heap of tests today at the hospital, and nothing serious, just so you guys know, but just, some tests that I had to have done. And you guys know that I've been given the name Maya. When she decides to make an appearance, her name has to be Maya. And so I walked into the hospital today and I got given a ticket. And on that ticket was the number 2 and the number 4, right? 2 is for me, 4 is for my granddad. Then I walked into the room and it was number 228. So 22 is my number. Number 8 is the number of golden infinity. It's abundance. It's everything I've been talking about this weekend. I was just laughing my head off. I sat down, looked at the beautiful, beautiful lady that was there, and her name was Maya. When you trust in the magic of divine timing, the information presents itself to you. Now, you can force things, of course, but then you tend to get humbled. Wendy messaged me earlier. She's like, are you all right? All I've seen is 22 all the way to Reading today. You know, this is the beauty of it. When you co-create with Source, you will literally have gold being given to you. Faith is the answer to everything that we have ever desired in our life. However, it's very important that what we do is we recognize that if you're not putting the vibration out of that this is something that you want. I'm going to give you a different example, right? So let's say you want to get back out on the dating scene and you're like, yes, I want this relationship. Yes, I want this relationship. Yes, I've got my list. I know exactly what he looks and feels like. But back here, you're going to lose your independence. He's going to take from you. He's going to this, he's going to that. These vibrations back here are going to win. Faith is everything that we need, everything that we require to create anything that it is that we desire. Divine timing means we give up our false self, the one of impatience, the one of one-upmanship, the one of, competitiveness and comparison. We give up that false self and we surrender into our true self. Our true self is what I was talking about at the beginning of this, authenticity. When we can be authentic, we are a magnet for everything that we choose in our life. A magnet. We can literally, and I had a really funny situation on Friday. I've had all the girls laughing over the weekend. I had a situation whereby something happened, which is literally, I go, that will never happen, that will never happen, that will never happen. And it literally happened. And all of my girlfriends now are just laughing their socks off at the fact that I've basically experienced something which I always say will never happen. Because Source was like, don't you dare say what can and can't happen. You show me what it is that you choose for your life, you believe it, and then you allow it to come in. So, my friends, it's important to plan. What do I mean by plan? Know what it is that you are looking for. Know what it is. I know, I'm going to use Wendy. I know I am so excited to create some amazing stuff with Wendy. Like, Wendy and I are an amazing team. Like, we've spoken about it probably for the last year. I know when we do events like this weekend and other things that we'll do in the future and other things we've done in the past, I know when I have Wendy and Wendy has me and we're both there together, my God, we can literally rock the world. We are a great team. I don't have 1 ounce of competition with that woman. She does everything that I do. She is exactly the same as me. We both work with trauma. We both work with people. We both public speak. We're both female. We're both badasses. We're both warriors. Like, there is so many reasons why Wendy and I should do this. Oh my God, that woman has got my back. Oh my God, have I got her back? We have nothing competitive between us. We literally just love each other, support each other. I've said to people before, you need to speak to Wendy about this. Wendy said it to me before, you need to go speak to Lucy about this. Like, that is what I am talking about. And that is where I know this soul sister that I have, we will go on and create magic. We will literally create such a shift in this world from a sisterhood perspective. I know this woman has my back. She knows I have her back, no matter what. Like, she's been on her fucking knees. I've been on my fucking knees. And we've literally picked each other up and we go. That is what we're talking about here. There is no need for competition. There is no need for any of it, but what we do need to know is what's the plan. Wendy, I've got a plan, by the way. Just so you know, that's why I used you as an example, because I've come up with a really amazing idea today that I think you're going to be super freaking pumped about. So I will speak to you about that. Well, obviously when I'm not here, and it won't be today because I'm back to back till 9:30 now. The next step after plan, so you need to know what it is that you're looking for. You need to plan, you need to just know what it is. The next thing is look for the opportunities. Yeah, it is, Leslie. I feel so privileged that I have the connection that I do. And actually, I have it with a lot of people. I actually have it with, it's such an authentic, deep connection with so many people. And we literally just go, you know what, you're better at this than me, so you take that. And we look after each other. You know, Wendy and I often do work together. So I've done work with Wendy to help her break through some stuff, and I'm going to help her get running. You know, let's be honest, that's what I'm here to do. I'm going to help her get running. Likewise, she's helping me with stuff. She literally picked me up off the floor when my last relationship broke down. You know, she was one of the people that really helped me get through that. You know, so like, this is what is so amazing. We have this gorgeous relationship and there is no competition. We don't need to compete, like, we're sisters. I would love me and Wendy to do loads of public speaking together, like literally get out there on stages. Like, we would absolutely smash it. I just think it would be amazing. So look at the opportunities. So plan what it is that you want, and look for the opportunities. When you are searching for opportunities, when you are open to opportunities, and my coach said this to me the other day, Lucy, all you need to do is switch your radar on. Whatever it is that you are looking for, switch it on, and you can bring it to you. Now, I normally use very different language, but I liked his language. I actually thought, you know what? Yeah, he's got a good point. All I need to do is switch on the radar for that. And I know that I can create it. I know that I believe in it. I know that I'm capable of manifesting it. And this is what I'm saying to you guys. So step number 1 is plan. Step number 2 is look for the opportunities. Step number three, allow yourself to be guided. Like me this morning, number 2, number 4, 228, and then Maya. I mean, what are the chances of the person that was helping me being called Maya? Like, hello. Claire has just put on YouTube, I was told by Spirit I would be at your event on Saturday about 2 weeks ago. Forgot about it, and my friend told me she won a ticket to it. I asked if I could go with her, and it happened. My soul knew. That's what I'm talking about here. So Claire was like, this sounds interesting. That's a plan. I know I need to get my head in the game. So this is a plan. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to look for an opportunity as to what I need to do. Okay, right, here's an event. Then ask Spirit, so you get guided. Now, the next step of this is you have to recognize where you get stressed and where you distract from allowing the surrender of the magic of divinity. Now, if you notice, the first 3 are about taking action. Figure out what you want, look for the opportunities, allow the communication, allow the signs, allow the synchronicities to come to you. But the last one is very much a consciousness thing. Be aware of you being stressed. So let's say, for example, this thing about me having a baby, right? Let's talk about the elephant in the room. People are saying, Luce, 46, you know, probably not going to happen. I trust. I know that this is a thing. That girl, Maya, has been talking to me for 12 years. So why would I ever rule it out? You know, knowing me the way that I know me, I could be 55 and all of a sudden be like, oh shit. You know, it's one of those things. If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. But you have to recognize where, first and foremost, other people stress you out and push on you and project on you their fears. But then you allow yourself to be distracted. This, my friends, is where surrender is vital. Surrender to the unknown. Love that. Everybody's like, my friend's just had a baby at 47. I was 44 when I had Boo. I love it. I love the fact 47 when she had me. I love it. Or everyone's just like, don't listen to that shit. Like, this is what I love about you guys, right? So many people, you know, I had a conversation with a lady recently, and literally she doesn't know anything about me. It was literally just a conversation through like maybe 2 other people, and it was like, yeah, this is what's going to have to happen for her. And I'm like, wow, you know nothing about me. Like, literally, you've just made a sweeping statement about me and you don't even know me. And it was just absolutely fascinating. And there are hundreds and hundreds of people out there that are like, I've heard of a woman of 55, for God's sake. Like, literally 55. She conceived naturally. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in awe of these people, you know, absolutely in awe of these people. Yet there will always be people out there that try and sabotage you, that try and put you down, that, you know, we have to recognize. So Jackie's put, Lucy, I was allegedly infertile out of the blue. My daughter chose to grow in my body and arrive on my 42nd birthday. Age is immaterial. I totally agree with you. And everything else, you know, like absolutely everything else, whatever has gone on in your life. And, you know, I have done so much work, and I've got so many revelations through the last since obviously the miscarriage with David. I've done so much work, and I've had so many revelations that I'm like, oh my God, this is wild what I have learned. And when I am, you know, safely with Bubba in my belly, I swear to God, I'm going to share it with all of you, so that anybody who has ever been told they're infertile or they've got issues, or maybe they've had lots of miscarriages like myself, I swear to God, I will share it with you so you can follow the path exactly to get yourself in alignment. Because do you know what, ladies and gents? I definitely know that the shit that I have been through in my life, when Maya decides to incarnate, love her little soul, God, she'll be a firecracker. When she decides to incarnate, let me tell you straight, the world is going to know about it first and foremost. But secondly, why on earth would I not help every other woman around the world that has been told, give up your womb, move on, forget about it? Why would I not do that? Like, that's the gift that we give humanity. I have helped so many people with burnout, health issues, tumors, all sorts of stuff. Why? Because I've walked that path. I feel so grateful for it that I can help people like that. So why wouldn't I help people in this situation as well? Oh my, how many aunties is my child going to have? That's what I'm a bit like, how is she going to cope with all of her aunties, you know, because there are so many aunties. Everybody is like, I'm going to be an auntie, I'm going to be an auntie. And then there's all of you guys that love around the world. She'll be the most loved child on the planet. You know, it's just, I'm just excited. I'm excited for this to be, to happen. So Rosalind on Facebook has just put, don't be pigeonholed ever. I was 43 when I had my son, said no to all the meds I was advised to have due to my age. Good for you. Good for you. I love that. I absolutely love that. And you know what? This is it. You know, today, like I say, I walked in when that woman's name was Maya. I was like, oh my God, like there, and I started blubbing. And then she was like, are you okay? And I was like, actually, you're a sign for me. So thank you very much. And I explained to her, she started crying too. Love it. Absolutely love it. Honestly, it's just amazing. I just love the way that this stuff goes. And all my girls are like, I have a group on WhatsApp with my best friends, you know, and, you know, they obviously knew that I was going to the hospital today. And I'm just like, oh my God, this has just happened. And I'm blubbing. And they're like, oh, we love you. You know, it's just absolutely amazing what takes place. And this is the force of the sisterhood, right? You know, and I'm not saying, like, obviously the guys have this as well, and obviously we love the men and we're not excluding them from this, but like, this is where we can literally surrender into the unknown of whatever that looks like, whether it's friends, whether it's family, and know that a new life awaits you. You know, the universe is constantly supporting you. When I talk about the universe, it's universe. So you drive the universe. Okay, you are the one who literally creates everything, which is why I'm using the term source or spirit or God or whatever it is today. Okay, nothing will ever be the same again when you surrender and you recognize that you can create anything. And for those of you that were at my seminar this weekend, you know, like, anything that we think, anything that we feel, anything that we can, you know, like, create in our body, we can bring it in very, very quickly. Like, we have to recognize that we are divinely protected and we are divinely supported. Mwah. I love you, Wendy. I'll give you a call in a couple of days, babe. I'll give you a call in a couple of days, and I'll tell you this thing that I've dreamt up today. My brain doesn't stop. It's brilliant. So, ladies and gents, with this information in mind, will you start to trust the magic of divine timing? I am not telling you to just kick back on your laurels and wait. Scarlett, my 8-year-old, is listening. She loves you too, Lucy. And she just said, Mum, tell Lucy that if she believes her baby will come, that I believe her baby will come to her. That's so cute. Thank you, Scarlett. I really appreciate you. And do you know what, babe? I love you too. And I very much love your mummy, and I very much love your auntie as well. It was lovely to see them at the weekend. So, you know, this is what I'm talking about. And the children know, you know, like, the children know. The children know what it is that we are able to create, because they are still in that energy of the creation where they can literally just think it or breathe it, or they're just frustrated because their parents are like, no, you can't have that. No, you can't have that. But they can create, they can manifest very, very powerfully. So, do you believe? This is my question to you. Are you going to start to believe? Are you going to start to plan? Are you going to start to look out for the opportunities? Are you going to let source connect with you and guide you and drive you? Like, if you see the red flags freaking look at them. Actually take note of them, my friends. This is what we incarnated to do, to recognize who we are, to recognize that divine timing is a real thing. However, we must set a plan. We must take action for divine timing, or more importantly, for source, spirit, God, to actually recognize that you are serious about what it is. Because we could sit here all the time. Oh yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. We could sit there and just flippantly put this out all the time. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to go, I feel her coming. I feel her. Like, I have this vision where she's put on my chest. Obviously, I've given birth and she's on my chest and she's tiny, like so tiny. And I keep having this vision. And the thing is every time I have that vision, this feeling of pure love that I've never felt before in my life. And I can only imagine it is the love that a mother feels for her child. Now, I know that I have given birth to Maya before. In a previous life. This might be going a bit too woo-woo now, but who freaking cares? It's my show. I can do what I want. I know that I gave birth to her hundreds of thousands of years ago. You know, like, I know that I did. And this is why she's coming back this lifetime to help me do what I couldn't do back then. And I'm on the same mission as I was back then. You know, I know this. So that's why I know with certainty it's going to take place. I'll be the daddy if you wish. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sperm donors, you know. That's so funny. That's tickled me. I can't believe I didn't see that comment previously. Thank you so much. I appreciate the offer. Right, guys, I want to leave this with you. Do you trust? I mean, some of you have had experiences in your life where you've had to trust, right? I can see Mira's on. She's had an experience in her life in the last 12 months. I can't even remember, probably 6 months actually, that she's had to surrender and she's had to trust that everything's going to happen in divine timing. This is the magic of it. Recognize that you are the creator of your life. Recognize that you can call in anything that you choose for your life. Recognize that when you surrender, all will be delivered. Ladies and gents, I've got an extremely hectic night ahead, so I'm going to finish this here. I hope you all have enjoyed this. It's been great to see you all. I will be back with you next Monday for Lucy Davis Live at 5. If you like this content, please pop the thumbs up on it. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, please smash the love heart. Please share this with any group that you're in that might like this content. Please also share with anybody, because that helps us get the message out there. I will be back next week, and fingers crossed I'll be able to give you the date for the next event. Guys, I love you to the moon and stars. Ciao for now, guys. See you super soon. Lots of love.